19, Introduction to Old Susanna, Oh Susanna, and This Old Man. Let's get out our magnifying glass, our little bit of detective work here, and let's see what happens with Oh Susanna. So let's get to music view and look here. At the very beginning, there's a little bit of a biography of Stephen Collins Foster, who wrote Oh Susanna and many other folk songs that we sing in the United States and in England as well. Our words changed, I think, but if you look at the thing about him, they consider him the father of American music, and he wrote Oh Susanna. I would like you to do some detective work and see what else he might have written that you're knowledgeable of. Then let's look, you have your treble clef sign, and then you have your key signature, which on Oh Susanna, if you look very closely, is only one sharp this time. So we are in the key of, beat me to it, G. So we start on G. Oftentimes if you have a key signature, you'll start on the key note and end on the key note, which Oh Susanna does. Starts on G, ends on G. Sometimes that doesn't happen, so don't worry about that. And then we have, on Peter, we had a pickup note that was just one beat. On Oh Susanna, we have two pickup notes, beat 3 and beat 4. We rest on 1 and 2, and we come in on 3 and 4 with a down bow because there's 2 notes this time, so we'll go down, up, down. So you don't have to do that pickup note up bow. If it's a one note pickup, often those will come up bow. Not always, but usually. And then the duet part is going to come in on beat 1. So when we do our recording, I want you to be aware of that. And then let's triage a little bit. We have a lot of G string notes. Oh, look at that. And no A string this time. So you'll have G string, then up to the D string for a couple of notes, and then back to the G string again. So this is a good exercise to get really clear on all your G string notes. There's only D and E. Open D and first finger, open D, first finger, and all the rest of the notes are on the G string. So let's be aware of that when you play this through. So let's get our position, make sure your bow is tight, make sure you have rosin. Get your position set up so you're holding your instrument with your shoulder and your chin without a lot of muscles being used to do that. And then relax, set your bow on the string, and let's start on that G. So we'll go G, we're on the G string with our bow now. Then A, B natural, and then D. So we skip C, then D, then play B, and then these are all on the G string. So that's the first line. Now if we go on and look at this, same, same, same. Slight bit of a difference when you come to from the phrase of the question to the answer. And we'll talk about that later. Music has a sentence to it usually, and usually there's the first part of the phrase is a question, like what's going to happen, and the second part of the phrase is the answer. And you'll see that sometimes in folk music, especially where you have the same thing repeated with something a little bit higher, and then it ends on a tone note or a tonic note, which is the key note, which in this case is G. So same, and then we go bum, 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 bum. So let's start right here on that B natural, which is measure, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Measure 8. I can't read the measure over there, so it's covered up by the banjo. So here we have, so then A. And if you're ticking other strings, part of it for me is that sometimes I don't get my position set, and then I will turn my instrument just a little bit, and you want to make sure that you're really relaxed into that position and you've got your instrument really held well by your chin and your shoulder, and then you won't get that strange ticking of the other strings if your bow is in the correct plane. So we're going to start a measure 10 and go on, because this measure is the same. These measures here are the same as this measure, and this one's just a little bit different right here. So we have C, third finger, then E quarter note, and then E half note, and then E quarter note. So 1, 2, 3, 4, then D, B. And then let's go to the end. E. And if you don't have one of these books, the PDF file is free. If you don't have one of these little beginning books, they're free. We offer them through austin.strings@gmail.com. With our rental program, we always did free lessons to begin to get students started. And during the pandemic, since we couldn't do them in person, these lessons replace those. And because this is such an odd time, please don't hesitate to email us if you don't have a printer and can't print out the pages, or you don't have a tablet to look at the pages on and you need one in the mail. It's just basically it's $5-6, which is our shipping costs and paper costs, to put them in a folder for you and mail them off. But don't hesitate to request a book. I want everybody to be successful and learn an instrument. It's one of the best things I did as a kid, and as an adult, because I'm kind of an introvert, it's been a great social activity for me. Any city that you live in is going to have a community orchestra, or any church group that you belong to or whatever has a small orchestra that you can play in. So just having these beginning skills to get started is important. So let's go on now to the intro to This Old Man. If we look at This Old Man, at the beginning part, you have treble clef sign, then one sharp again. So this piece is also going to be in G, but look, it doesn't start on G, it starts on D this time, but it does end on G. So that's not uncommon either. D is the 5th tone of the G major scale, and oftentimes pieces will start on the 5th. Mostly they start on the 1st. And then if we look at this one too, this is G string exercise. Mostly you're going to have a couple of open Ds, but everything else is on the G string. So it's good to know if you're looking at music and trying to triage what it is. We also have some new stuff in this one, which is 8th notes. We looked at 8th notes on the pyramid, and now we've got them in a piece where we go 1, 2, 3, forte, 1, 2, 3, te, 4. So let's start at the beginning, because we have quarter, quarter, half, and then the next measure repeats those same notes, D to B natural. So B, D, then D, B. And if you can leave your fingers down, that's awesome. I have a 5-string, so my strings are slightly closer together than a normal instrument. And sometimes when I get this low on the instrument, my hand has to come over and it has to come up really high in order to miss those other strings. So sometimes I won't leave a finger down because I'll hit the other string. But then we go E, first finger on D, then open D, then C natural, B natural, then 8th note, D, open G, 8th, 8th, Now, if we triage this one a little bit, you have what we had in our exercises. We have now a whole note measure rest. So you're going to stop and be silent for a whole measure, but look at the duet part. The duet part has 8th notes there. So the duet part does not rest and you do. And then if we triage the rest, look, it's exactly the same. Bum, 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 ba-da-da-da-da-da-dum. And so we basically are repeating the song twice. And that is your introduction to Old Susanna and This Old Man. Get really good at it on your own, and then the next video will actually have all 4 of our done and dusted duets for page 14 and 15. Oh my goodness, have a great week. Look at what is good in your life around you. Deal with the bad stuff if you can, and some of the other stuff, sometimes we just have to accept things and make the best of it. That's just how life is. But it's worth it.